Bitcoin is forming right now a pattern that is ripe to break to the upside, and I will show you exactly what this is and how we can trade it. Let's go. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this almost said Monday, I mean Tuesday. So here on this Tuesday, guys, I'm getting directly into the charts, into the DXY. The DXY is still trading here around 99 points. Again, we should see here continuation to the downside, even though we are potentially forming here a W reversal pattern, but I'm not really concerned about that because of everything going on, especially with, as far as I know, next week we have FOMC meeting. There we should potentially get, or most likely going to get a rate cut, and that will then, of course, lead to continuation to the downside and another potential all-time high for Bitcoin. And now the trade setup that I'm talking about is a triple bottom pattern. I don't want to hide it. I give it to you straight away here at the beginning of the video so that you have the highest probability of actually taking advantage of that. So once we are closing a 1 hourly, actually 30-minute candle here above the 0.786 level at $109,828, I would enter this. As you can see here on the textbook example, you have a downtrend that was here, then you come up, you come down, you come up, you come down, then you get a breakout to the upside, a reversal, and a rally. So now the technical target for that, if I take here the textbook measurement, I would just take the candle bodies, not the wicks to the downside. Then we have here a target of at least $112,727. We had mentioned that target before, so here it is once again. Yeah, and from there onwards, I expect continuation once we are through $113,000, which is a major resistance to the upside. And we're going into the 15 minutes chart. So here our trade is now in the green. We are roughly up, I think, 1% on that, more or less. Okay, half a percent. Remember, this is a scalp trade. So once we are breaking here out of the current support area, we should get here a move in direction of $111,400. There is the next major level of resistance on the shorter time frames, and once we are breaking that, it is basically blue skies to $113,000, and from there, like I said, I expect another rejection. 110, 111 will then act as support most likely, and then we get a move into higher price levels. The indicators are a little bit overextended here, so expect that we potentially get a retest of the EMA ribbon at roughly $200-300 lower before we then get a break here to the upside. On the liquidation levels, here we have also the that trade active, getting really close here to our take profit of $111,532. So this can literally happen today potentially, because we have some high level leveraged short liquidity sitting here above us. So we are so close to it that we could literally tap this today. So if it gets tapped today, then this trade is complete, and then we can look here at a new trading setup. So my next trading setup afterwards here on this 4-hourly chart would be all the way up here. Oh, sorry, that's a short setup. I want a long setup. Most likely we will keep going from here. So if we get here over the prior all-time high, so this might be then the next potential trade setup. So this is just a 3.33% move to the upside, but if you put 25x leverage on that, might be worth the risk with a stop loss of 1.5%. So you would lose potentially 37% on that trade, but you can make 75%, even a little bit more, almost 80%, if we hit the target here of $115,646. So we got here the retest that we were looking for on the 50 moving average. That's why we bounce it back to the upside, but this is only on a 4-hourly chart. On the daily chart, that's still missing. So, but as you can see here, here is definitely some confluence that we could push a little bit higher. That's why I have here a potential new trade setup. If you want, so then on the liquidation heat map, now you can see that above us is some concentrated liquidity all the way up to $113,000. If we reach that level, then we could go a little bit higher to 114,000, and then there's basically not much above us, which should lead to a small reversal. I don't believe that we will come back down here to the high concentrated long liquidity here at $765. I think that these guys will close their positions when we go a little bit higher. or reduce their positions and take a little bit profit, and then this area will actually move here into a higher price level. If you want to trade with me these trades, guys, then don't forget, sign up on Blowfin. There you can still spin the wheel here, win 1.2 Bitcoin absolutely for free. The first spin is absolutely for free, guys, to deposit any money. If you want more spins, then you have to trade on the platform. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. Even free Solana is worth it, you know, and 0.04 Bitcoin, that's still over $4,000. So make use of that, and you will be able to join my alpha group, a Telegram alpha group, if you are signed up on Blowfin and have at least deposited $50. I'm gonna drop the link in the pinned comment and in the description below also for that trading group. But remember, only if you have a Blowfin account or if you have a Bybit account. Under my link, you will be able to join it with at least $50 in it. We manually are going to check if that's the case. So if you want to be part of that group, check it out. And also, it's only limited to 200 people. We don't let more than 200 people into the group. That's the other thing. So like I said, both links for Blowfin and the Telegram group is in the pinned comment and in the description below. When I go into the MDX Algo scalp gradients, then here you can see that price action is warming up for the next leg to the upside. And that is in confluence with the triple bottom pattern on the 1 hourly chart. So here, as soon as we are breaking $110,300, I expect another attempt to create a new all-time high. And we have taken the liquidity down here at $107,500, which is was extremely bullish, you know. So to see a week like that coming back to the weekly open, and at the same time, the reactor indicator is also looking like that we get here another push to the upside anytime soon. When we're going then into the daily chart, so here I pulled up the VPVR because I wanted to see what's going on here, and here you can also see the strongest support and the closest support area is around $105,000. Again, there's a lot of confluence around that area that we should get for now always supported from there. And we have broken here this prior high before we had created this all-time high, which is also significant to hold above that on a daily chart. If we can close above that, I expect maximum by tomorrow, after tomorrow, an attempt on the all-time high, potentially even breaking that and going higher from here. And then of course the BPR will also shift a little bit, but we should not forget that we're currently still in this resistance area and that we need to clear that, and we can only clear that by breaking the prior all-time high. The total free market cap is still consolidating here, but don't be fooled here. I expect by tomorrow, after tomorrow, definitely push it to the upside. Many altcoins are moving today a little bit already up, but not really in terms of what they had gained in the past, you know. So we're just catching up back to old levels, which I don't really like. You know, I would like to see some coins going actually higher, and that is not the case yet. So, but percentage wise, of course, it's good if you entered yesterday or the day before that. Now the Bitcoin dominance is finally breaking down, but I need more confirmation for that. So I need here a proper candle to the downside, yeah, preferably today or tomorrow, to see that we have here a proper breakdown. We could also one more time then retest this. Let's say we get here a breakdown, another breakdown, we come back up to retest this, and then we break down for good, get a big staircase breakdown. Then we finally know, okay, now it's time. You know, now it's time that altcoins have their time to shine. But yeah, this is not enough, but a good sign, a good first sign. So if you want to trade altcoins, guys, also here, use Bybit for that. That's where I trade my altcoins. You will get $30,000 worth of bonuses for signing up there, a Bybit card, and a $500 free Airdrop position. All of that is in the pinned comment below and in the description below, guys. Check it out. Definitely worth it. And one of the most trusted platforms out there. And like I said, if you want a non-KYC platform, then Blowfin is the way to go. Here, Ethereum is attempting right now to break it to the upside. I told you guys that this is most likely going to happen yesterday with the stochastic giving us here a buy signal, RSI turning up, MACD losing momentum on the sell side, pushing here to the buy side. You are not too late here to enter this trade. We are only 2.5% up from that, because the trade overall is yeah, 30%. So you don't lose a lot if you enter just now. You lose 3%. Yeah, so it's not too late to enter this yet. But again, I want to remind you, we are at a big resistance area. We need here definitely a strong push straight through that, and only then I would have conviction that we are going straight to yeah, $3,000 and above. At the same time, I want to point out that we have here a cup and handle pattern. The handle is now looking something like this, so which is fine, and we are just at the neckline of that cup and handle pattern. So if that breaks, then from here the extension would be somewhere close to $4,000 as a price target. But of course that will take at least a couple of weeks, in my opinion, that we get there. But like I said, the overall entry, you're not too late to enter this right now if you want to, because we're definitely going to pump here in the next couple of days from the indicator setup that I'm seeing here. Then Solana, the same thing. If I go to the daily chart, indicator setup looks pretty similar. Also here we're currently under a resistance on the 4-hourly chart. Here you would be potentially, I have to check that, maybe not too late. Yeah, you're also not too late to enter this right now, but again, also here, don't forget we are at a resistance currently, even though we got here a buy signal on the stochastic. This is not looking that great in terms of the angle that we are shaping up here for it, but the MACD is about to flip bullish here. The RSI also not looking too good, but this is because we are consolidating below that resistance currently and trying to break into that. So if we get here a move to $180, I will have more conviction for a move into higher levels. Yeah, if you enter this right now, I would still use the same stop loss, which will change your risk to reward ratio to like under 3, just that you are aware of that. So look at this then, oh wow, close to 2, so not even 2. So not the best, guys, not the best, but you could technically still enter this. Then another coin that is right now grabbing my attention again is Link, because also here the indicators are all telling me there is a break coming. We are in a falling wedge pattern. You know the drill, guys. Falling wedge patterns breaking to the upside. The target would be $18. Here we are already a little bit further in that resistance area. So here it's pretty clean, that setup. Once we are breaking the downward sloping trend line of that falling wedge pattern and the horizontal level of $16.34, that would be a clear signal to enter this here and to trade this into the technical target of that inverse head and shoulders pattern that some of you potentially have entered already at $15.29, but now I would wait for higher confirmation. So it would still give you almost a 22% move to the upside. Stop loss just below $15. No, actually a little bit higher than that. Yeah, at $15.38. So right now that would be just a 2% move from the current price action. Hence why I would not, 3% actually, 3% from the current price action, hence why I would not recommend to enter this right now. Wait for that break to have the confirmation. You still have 22% then to the upside to take advantage of. Then Injective, retesting again the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Here also in the daily chart, we're looking really good for continuation to the upside. The MACD is already bullish, RSI is flying, stochastic buy signal. So here, once we get a break above $14.93, we should be off to the races here into our almost 100% target. So now, if you would enter this from the neckline, you would still look at 65% here to the upside. The next one is AVI. Again, we are still here in that rising wedge pattern, so only a break above that would confirm that we are getting continuation to the upside. Otherwise, a little bit of consolidation, then a push would be also absolutely fine. But what we don't want to see is that we're starting to break down from here, from that rising wedge pattern. So currently we are up a little bit on this trade from our original entry. We are up 5%, which is already not bad. And the indicator's telling us that there's more continuation coming and nothing to worry about. I just want to see here the EMA ribbon quick, how this is looking. Yeah, so there could be at some point a retest at the EMA ribbon, or most likely be a retest of the EMA ribbon, but that can potentially still take a couple of days. Maybe we're going to get that when we get close to $300, and the EMA ribbon will be around $260, $270 at that moment. Then Sui looks also finally like that we're getting here a bottoming candle that I was waiting for. Again, above the golden ratio here. The golden ratio again has held as support. So we are also a little bit up on that trade. Still not too late to enter that if you want to get into that position, because look at this here. There is a monster pump coming because the stochastic is flatlining like crazy here and hasn't moved much, but I can see that there is a buy signal in that stochastic right now that will most likely crystallize out here by tomorrow. So here you can see it a little bit, that it's a little bit in there, already, but like I said, most likely you're gonna get a clear picture by tomorrow from the stochastic RSI. But also on the MACD, you see we are losing momentum on the sell side, RSI slightly going up, bullish divergence. So there is definitely now a bigger move finally happening for us. And guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and see you with more money tomorrow.